Hey YouTube, what's going on? It's Chris here. Just want to bring you guys a little update. We're going to be doing Bitcoin. We're going to look at Ethereum. We're going to look at Litecoin. We'll do Digibyte and maybe XRP. I'm going to go through this quick, guys. I'm in between clients, just have to hustle here. But I wanted to bring this to you since there's been so much craziness in the space. And I hope you guys were in some short selling positions. Bitcoin Cash has been really good, so we've been able to ride that down for a while now. But just wanted to bring this to you guys. If you could like, subscribe, all that, I really appreciate it. So guys, what we're looking at right now, we're on the daily for Bitcoin, and for most of these coins we're going to be talking about, we're going to be looking at them on the daily because it's really important right now, guys. So we're going to start out. The daily RSI right now is at 16 on Bitcoin. You can see down here, guys, we have not been this low in terms of oversold. We are exactly at that point right now, guys, around that 15. Okay, so we've been very oversold right now. You're going to be looking for guys. A lot of times guys will come in around this area and buy it up and start riding it back up, but they're going to be short selling again, guys, once we start moving back up, because this trend has just been completely down. You can see how we broke out of that descending triangle we've been looking at, guys, and we haven't even had a full break. It could be a fall down all the way to easily this $3,000 mark. If we break 5,000 and it just becomes a complete capitulation like we've been looking for, we very easily could hit this mark down here, guys. Really could happen. We're going to have another spot right here around that $5,000, but if that's broken, guys, and we're pretty close to that now at 53, 56, we are definitely going to fall down. Remember, we talked about this. You can go back to that video I was looking at, the descending triangle, when I talked about it about 2 weeks ago. I said Bitcoin's in a descending triangle 70% of the times when we break down from that, and we did break down from that, guys. So that's what's happening, and I do feel like we're just going to continue to fall. Obviously, you're going to have those reactions, and you can play those reactions where we'll fall so hard. You can see our RSI around 13 or 14 right now. People will be buying that. They'll ride the RSI back up to maybe 40, and then they'll be dumping again, and it'll go lower. We'll just keep setting. You see these lower highs here, guys? We were having these bottoms too, but once that broke and we went through, the more times you test this bottom each time, the weaker that it gets. And then we finally broke through, and we broke through on some volume. So guys, you remember the video I was also making about how we said Bitcoin could go to $5,000, and we were looking at that due to the Fibonacci. And we were just pulling it, I believe, off this range right here, guys. When we had this little run, Bitcoin was still around $300 at that point. But you can see we haven't hit that 786 yet, and that's kind of what I was looking at to see if we'd retrace to that 46.17 right now, guys. So really keep an eye on that. That's what I'm looking at. Really keep an eye on this RSI. We're very oversold, so I'm sure there's going to be a little bit of bounce, maybe back up to that 5,500 area that we could get a bounce back up to, but it looks like we're potentially going back down, guys, even farther. And you know what? It just is what it is, and that's the importance of playing both sides of the market, because you can be extremely profitable with the volatility that's happening if you're able to sell on the short side, guys. So that's what I've been looking at. You know, you keep your hedge positions, your very long-term holds, then you open these shorts so you can kind of balance each other and see what's happening. So that's Bitcoin right now, guys. Just be very careful. Let's look at ETH. I think ETH's looking even worse. Yeah. So, guys, look at Ethereum. Look how oversold we are down in here. I mean, we're at that 23, so we're not as bad on the daily as what Bitcoin is, which is surprising. But overall, since we're looking at these macros here, guys, let's do that there. We'll bring it up to here. You see, we're sitting almost directly. Let me pull this down a little bit. So guys, we're kind of on that 886 there. We've actually went down a little bit. We broke down through it. So really pay attention, because with ETH, there's not a ton of support, guys. This could go really, really low, and I just want you to be careful, okay? Because you can still see these moving averages that are pushing us down, and they're going to continue to for the time being. But overall support, what we'll look at, if this here is purged. So you see how we had this really nice run, guys, and we had this retracement. Then we bounced from there on good volume. If 134 is broken, guys, we will probably come down at least to this hammer candle right there. I mean, Ethereum could go as low as $25, guys. I'm not saying that's going to happen, because buyers will step in. I mean, you can see how oversold we're getting. Buyers just step back in. We could very easily, you know, go back up to this $250, $300 before we get pushed back down again. But you can see this trend, guys. Pay attention to those moving averages, and it has been down. And that's what we have to keep in mind, okay? The trend's our friend. That's the biggest thing, and we have been in this since we had these tweezer tops up here, guys. It's been since May that we've been continuously getting pushed down. And remember, trends will exhaust themselves at some point. All right, then we'll have that reversal and we'll start going back up. But You know, guys, we're at $155 for Ethereum right now. This is crazy. Next one, let's go to Litecoin. Wow, look at Litecoin, guys. We're at $37.94 right now. This is unbelievable. Look how oversold we are. So guys, just like when we were overbought up here, you're going to have those retracements. See, we're overbought. Now's the time we're oversold right down in here, and you'll typically get another little run up here. So if you're accumulating in terms of you want to hold now, say you bought now, guys, at 37, we'll probably have a run back up to 45. Test back around there, and then you could be able to get rid of them again. But you know, we're already 10% down for the day after we've already had big falls. So a lot of times people will pick this up with the RSI being as low as it is, and then we'll ride it back up a little bit and then sell it and see if we can make more coins. But you know, guys, we're really deep here. I mean, this is probably more than an 886 correction at this point. Go about right there. Yeah, we broke down out of the 886, guys. And what I was looking at for support on Litecoin was right around here. Felt like this could be our area, and we're kind of there, guys. So we had this big run here, then we came back there, and we had great volume come back in at around this $33. So I do have targets at the $33, but what you can see here are just bear flags, guys. They just break, and this is what I want you to pay attention to. This is how you know how to short sell some stuff. Do you see these highs? They're getting lower, right? So we're just going down. So what you can do is always throw a trend line on there like that and really keep an eye on it. So guys, most likely we're going to come back up right to in here, that 43, and then we'll probably drop back down again just to cool off RSIs. But you can see the lows have also been getting lower as well. So let's kind of work this channel here. If you pull that, we'll even go like that, guys, and you can just kind of see how we've been up and then down and then up, working this channel, hit it again. We're back down at the bottom, so this would be the time, guys, if we wanted to pick up a little bit. Okay, let's look at our Bollinger Bands. I bet we're really low too. You see that? We're at the bottom, guys. So we could very well have a run back up to this middle band around, you know, 48, somewhere right in there, this bottom. 47, come up to this 20 EMA, somewhere right in there. But we're at the bottom of the Bollinger Bands on the day, guys. We're very oversold right now. Okay, so keep that in mind, and then let's do a quick Digibyte. Guys, Digibyte on the day. You can see we don't have a ton of chart there. Let me see if we got another one. And you guys tell me what you've been doing during this time. I mean, are you freaking out? Have you been short selling some stuff? Are you hodling? Are you buying the dips? What are you guys doing? I would love to hear what you're doing there. But you can see Digibyte's getting beat up pretty good too, guys. You see the lower highs, we're just going down, dropping down, setting lower lows. We're at, you know, 1.5 cents right now. Same deal, very oversold. We're down 10%. Guys, and there's not a ton of support areas. The next one would probably be around this rounded bottom here. If we break down through this, and that's going to be around 0.6 of a cent, guys. We could go that low. So just really keep that in mind. We got a lot of overhead resistances here, guys. We have this spot, we have here, we have these two tops, but if we can get through those two tops at some point, there's tons of room to run because this chart fell so hard. So keep that in mind. But look again, guys, 22 on the RSI. I mean, and we're pointing down, we're going down still a little bit more. Let's keep an alarm here, guys, just so we know if it does break. If I can get one, I can kind of let you guys know. All right, must have too many alerts out right now, guys. Next one, let's look at XRP quick. This was one I was short selling last night, but I got out of it, took the profits, and moved on. You can see right there, guys, the lower highs taking place on the RSI. Let's see if I'm got out at the right spot. So, guys, yeah, I believe I started short selling around these right here. Then when it went down in here, I took profits. And guys, there's good profits to be made. You can rip off 5, 10, 20% on a lot of these things. And I just want you to realize that. That's where you got to look at the short selling as well, especially when you're in this downtrending market. You got to really pay attention to it. So here's our high up here, guys, the wick. Lower high, lower high, lower high, but we've had higher highs. So if we take out that huge manipulative wick there and we go from here, this kind of what you're going to be looking at, guys. Take it out to about right there. So let's just watch that. We're going to see if we're going to break up out of that, try to get over these highs, or if we're going to break down, guys. Because if we do break down through that 36, we could fall easily back to the 24. So RSI is pointing down again. Guys, you just got to be careful. This market, be very careful. Realize how the trend's moving, all that different type of stuff. I'll be here the best I can for you. But please like, subscribe, leave me some love, all that, guys. Ladies and gentlemen, it's been awesome being here with you. So take care, protect yourself. Remember that you can play both sides of the market. That's the biggest thing I can tell you. God bless you all.